this video is for you if you just ever felt like you are lazy, okay? Like you feel like you have things that you want to get done, you have a whole to-do list, and sometime during the month you do feel like you have the energy to execute it, but other times during the month you just feel like you have no energy. You don't know what happened. I'm here to let you know you are not crazy, you are not lazy, you are a woman, okay? And you operate in cycles, okay? Not a 24-hour cycle, but like a 28 to 31, 32 day cycle, okay? So before I get into that, let me just introduce myself. I'm Coach Nicole Amaya, the real life healing coach, and what I do is help women like you heal in real time. I help you get out of those emotional patterns that you learned in survival mode. I help you regulate your nervous system, and I help you break free of limiting beliefs. So if that's your jam and you like that vibe, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, so let's just hop right into it. So for so long, I have just felt like I have been losing my mind, okay? And I would get so frustrated at myself because I would say, okay, because right now I'm working on building a business. Like I'm working on building a healing business, a coaching business. I have a lot of aspirations and a lot of things I want to get done. I want to build my YouTube channel out. I have so many ideas in my head and I need to get it out of me, right? And I realized that I had one really good month, one really good week in the month, and I would execute so much, I would be able to record. And the other weeks, I couldn't get myself together. And I started to just grow really frustrated at myself. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Okay, like pull it together. But I realized it wasn't about my discipline. It was about I didn't understand my cycle. And if you heard about cycle syncing, it's been really popular over the past few years. And I've heard about it here and there, but I hadn't really done that much research. But last month when I said, you know what? I am frustrated. Like something has got to give. Maybe I just don't understand my body enough. I started doing a lot of research, and this is the first month that I have been implementing it. So if you're not like super aware of like all the phases of your cycle, this is not really a deep dive into that. There are a ton of videos on that, but this is just to give you my experience and to perhaps give you the empowerment and the desire to go and do your research and see what works best for you during different phases of your cycle. But there are four. You have your menstrual, that is when you are bleeding. Then you have your follicular. That is when you just feel, I would say you just feel more energetic, and that's usually the stage where I am able to get stuff done. Your ovulation phase, like you're more communicative, you're more personable, you want to be out and about, right? You feel sexy. And then you have your luteal phase. That is when all hell breaks loose, okay? That is when you are PMSing and your breasts are sore, and sometimes you feel like, you don't know whether you're coming or going. And when I really got a grasp on understanding those four different phases, I say, you know what, this month, the month of December, I'm going to work according to my cycle. So during my bleed, I rested. I didn't do a lot of anything. I just kind of laid in the bed and I took it really slowly. And then I found that I really wanted to be to myself. Like my boyfriend went out, he had stuff to do. It didn't bother me at all because I wanted to be alone. Like it was fine for me to be by myself. I was very in my head. I was very reflective. I was like thinking of ideas, I was journaling, I was reading a lot, and I just wanted to like hibernate literally. And your bleed is called your winter. And that's what I did. I drank a lot of soups, a lot of warm teas. I didn't do no smoothies because I love smoothies, okay? But I didn't do any smoothies during my bleed. And I realized like my period, it felt good. Like I understood like when my mood was a little, I felt a little blue. And I was like, this is just a part of it. This is just how I am when I am on my moon, right? When I'm on my period. So I just gave myself that grace. I knew that eventually I would come out of it. So just to be gentle with myself and not expect too much, but to use this as a time to reflect, to move slowly. If I wanted to do some movement, I would do some stretching. But this is the time I caught up on my movies, and I gave myself permission to rest, and I didn't feel bad or guilty about it. Now I am moving through the follicular cycle, and this is when I know I have a lot of productivity. So I decided to record all of my YouTube videos for the month this week. And it has been great because usually I try to say, okay, I record one video a week, and that ain't been going well. Okay. Like that has not been going well. I'll do one video and then the next week I'm struggling to do it the week after. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that my mental, I just don't want to be in front of the camera, or I just can't get my words out. Like whatever the case may be, I'm just not able to get it done. So I said, you know what? I'm going to use the follicular / ovulation, because ovulation comes like right after follicular. It's like for a day or two. I was like, I'm going to use this time to record, and it's been really great actually. Like I feel like I'm getting more into a flow. I feel like I'm able to really speak more from my authentic self. I feel more comfortable. I want to be in front of the camera. I feel sexy. I feel beautiful, right? So it's like, it works. It makes sense. And I'm supposed to go to my ovulation like in a couple days, and I'm going to continue recording. This is video 3, I believe, and I've been killing it. And also, like, this is when I have a lot of energy. Oh, let me go back to, no, I have to get to the luteal phase. Okay, so this is when I have a lot of energy, but let me go back to when I'm on my moon, my bleed. I don't sleep well. I realized that, like, I do not sleep well when I am on my period. Like, it has been so frustrating. Like, it's always like a week in the month or something where I'm just not sleeping, like hardly at all. And now I realize, okay, maybe when on my moon, I just don't sleep as well. So I'm trying to find ways to remedy that. Maybe take more, calming herbs, maybe meditate more. I'm trying to figure that out. But I did realize that when I'm on my period, I don't be sleeping like that. And I see that a lot of women experience that. So yeah, I just wanted to go and cover that. It's like understanding what's going on though. It's not like, oh my gosh, like what is going on in my body? It's like, well, it's been kind of a pattern, right? So it's not new. Okay, so back to the stage I'm in now. So I've been feeling really productive. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of things I want to get done. Even if I don't get as much sleep, like last night, my sleep was way off. I just had things on my mind. But I still feel energetic, like I still feel good, so I definitely am riding out this energy and level of high productivity during this cycle. And also, like, I schedule my meetings at work. I had like a planning meeting at work. I set it for, this cycle during my follicular phase, and it went really well. So I'm really seeing like the benefits of this cycle syncing thing, right? Like, it makes sense. I will be moving into my my luteal phase with like next week or so, and that has been the hardest. Okay, that has been the hardest. Like the past many months, my luteal phase, I'm like PMSing. Last month was so bad, y'all. Like I feel like my boyfriend probably thought I was crazy. Like he just was probably like, what the hell is going what the hell is going on? Because one minute I'm like angry about something, and then the next minute I'm like just crying uncontrollably. And he's probably like, what the hell? But I have to give him, kudos, because he was trying to, cater to me. Like he said something about, like, I said, I just keep crying, I just feel so sad. And he said, well, maybe you just need to think about what you're grateful for. And I was like, dude, these are my hormones. Like that has nothing to do with nothing. And then he was like, oh, okay, got it. So he just kind of tended to me with a little bit more care, right? Even though he probably thinks I am losing it. But I realized that during my luteal phase, it's just really hard for me. Like I'm sometimes depressed. I feel really tired. I don't have as much energy. Like I ain't trying to cook nobody's dinner or breakfast or lunch. Okay. I'm moody, I am just in a much different space. And I'm like, okay, what are some things I can do to remedy that? So this month I'm going to experiment. I am going to I've been doing seed cycling, so I've been like eating flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. So when I come on, I'm going to do sunflower seeds, but I want to see if that helps like with my, hormonal, like helping my hormones. Also, I'm going to get back to my chest what is it, Chatsberry Vitex. I'm going to take that when I'm in my luteal phase. And then I'm also going to try St. John's wort and see if that helps my mood at all. Because I just be going, like, my mood be all over the place. It be driving me crazy, okay? So I'm like, I gotta figure this out. And then after the luteal phase, then you go back to your bleed. So it's just, you know, it's like learning the cycles and learning how to work with them and learning like what works best in each cycle. So I know that I'm really reflective, like I said, when I'm bleeding. I know that I am super creative, and I also had a lot of ideas when I was in my bleed. Also, I was like really reflective and just looking back on things. But I also had some ideas that I knew I wasn't ready to execute on, but I said I'll execute on them when I am in my follicular phase. So, and then like during my luteal phase, I realized like I probably just shouldn't be scheduling too much of anything. That should be time for me to kind of just chill, not do a lot of stuff, like not to overexert myself, really listen to my body, move a little slower if I have to, just kind of do what feels good to my body, right, and to my mind. It's a process though, and I was trying to share this with my daughter. She's 12, and she has her period. She got her period like, I think when she was like 11. So I was like trying to share this information with her, but she ain't having it. She is not really interested. But I said like, I just wish that I knew I had this information like when I was younger, because it would help me to know how to move with my cycle instead of working against my cycle so much. It's like how to really work with it. And I think that's really a beautiful thing to do. It's like you're really embracing your femininity. You're embracing your womanhood, right, when you do that. And society doesn't tell you to do that. Society doesn't praise women who move at their own pace. Like, it's not even set up that way. Everything is set up, 9 to 5. You got to go. You reset every day. You're just as productive at the beginning of the month as you are at the end of the month. Like, it doesn't work like that for women. And I think we have to find ways to honor our cycle even in the midst of this patriarchal society. So that's just a little, snippet on how what I'm doing as far as cycle syncing. Like, I've been like really mindful of like the foods I'm eating. So I'm still like new with this. So I'm looking like Googling, looking up stuff, reading stuff. But like I'm saying, what food should I eat, during certain phases, so I'm in that stage now. So right now I'm in my follicular phase. So I'm focusing like on a lot of cruciferous vegetables and fermented foods. I've been drinking my teas. I'm just focusing on certain things, but I still need to go back and look at my list because I do not know them by heart. But it's a process. And it's so funny that I'm learning this at 40. Like, I'm learning about my cycle and how to work with my cycle at 40. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm figuring it out, because some women probably never figure it out, never learn about it. So I'm happy that I figured it out when I did, because, there's no wrong time, right? Everything happens in divine timing. So it's all good. So I encourage you to just be gentle with yourself, to really like track your period. Like, I use the Clue app, and I track my period. I've been tracking my period like for years, but it's very helpful because you can also like see like the symptoms that you have. So I know like around my luteal phase, I usually get headaches. I'm like, okay, it's that time again. Like, I'm getting headaches, or like my breast gets sore during my luteal phase. And there was a time where I always thought I was pregnant. Like, every month I'm like, am I pregnant? Like, why my breast sore? Like, no, chick, you were just in your luteal. Like, that is just a part of your process, right? So yeah, tracking really helps you to understand your body and understand like the symptoms and things to expect, so it's not a shock, and maybe you can even better prepare for them. So yes, track your period, track your symptoms, and try cycle syncing if this sounds interesting to you. I want you to remember though, you are not lazy, okay? You are a woman, okay? And you do not reset every 24 hours. You are not a man, you are a woman, and embrace your femininity. So if you found this video helpful, please share it with another woman, because I know a lot of us really don't know about this, you know, and the fact that I'm 40 just really understanding it and just really learning about it, I know I'm not the only one. So make sure you follow for more videos like this and just more videos on healing and all the things about nervous system regulation, emotional patterns, healing the body, healing the mind, all of those great things, right? Give me a subscribe. Let me know you like what I'm doing, okay? Let me know that you're feeling me. But anyway, it was great having you here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace.